the House of Tresind presents Table of the Week with Pallavi Talks.
Hi and welcome back to Table of the Week. On the podcast today, I have a very, very special guest. Well, he's formally called as the Yogi with the Lamborghini. His videos are inspiring worldwide and he's used manifestation techniques to help many individuals achieve their dreams. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my honor and my pleasure to have Sri Master Akarshana on the podcast today. Namo Himalaya Master. Namaste.
Oh, Himalaya. Thank you for having me.
It is so wonderful to have you on the podcast and thank you so much for taking out time from your busy schedule. Your aura is calm. How do we stay calm and become more like you? I'm going to get you to spill all the beans on the podcast today. And are you ready to eat with me?
Ready, yes.
Because going to Iron
I saved my stomach all day for this.
and you exercise almost every day.
That's right.
So let's get started, Master. You've inspired so many people around the world. You helped them manifest and achieve their dreams. How has your journey been so far?
It's been wonderful. Many changes through many years now. And just enjoying it, allowing, witnessing what the universe has and the energies it comes through, and observing all the miracles that the universe can get out of this vessel. So just observing it.
I kept manifesting a podcast and I kept manifesting that Master will come on the podcast on my show. So do you think this is not a coincidence? This is a result of my manifestation?
Of course, everything is manifestation. So
but why do we find it so hard to believe, Master, that we can manifest things?
I think probably because people's misconception of manifestation. I think people think that you're supposed to tap here 3 times or do some vibration or something. But it's a science. It's all energy. Energies that are alike, they come together at the same frequency, like a radio channel. You tune into one frequency and the reality changes. So it's just like that. You smile, you get more people smiling back at you. So that is law of attraction.
Wow. So were you always like this, as a youngster, as a teenager?
No.
Tell us a little bit about your journey. Were you a rebellious kid?
They say every master was once a disaster.
I don't believe that. It's hard to believe.
So yes, of course, I was not very academic, not good at school. I was, a good boy until teenage, and then you rebel. When you control too much, and then it all builds up suppression, and then they rebel. So that's what happened. I rebelled. I left home when I was about 16 already, and then.
Where did you go?
I just left, and then I found a place to rent and started working in burger vans and just making food and things like that. Yeah.
And when did you start getting into the spiritual world, or was it always there with you?
It's interesting you asked that, because when I was a very young boy, my dad was always into spirituality. So every day we used to say prayers and used to do Buddhist chants every night.
Okay.
But sometimes when you're a kid, you get told what to do, but you don't know why you're doing it, And so we used to just do it, go to temples and things. And then I guess from when I was teenage years up to 25, that part of me was lost, because you get caught up in the everyday work, hustle and grind, and so I didn't really dive into it. So when I was 25, 26, and people were starting to talk about, law of attraction and manifestation around me, things connected very quickly. It just made sense. And then it took a 180 flip, and then, I just pieced everything together, and it started using it, Yeah.
The law of attraction manifestation, when we listen to it, or every time I come to I Am Verse and I listen to you, for the next 2-3 days, I'm very inspired, very focused. But it starts wearing off. Why is that? Like, why can't we just stay, put and believe? And if you tell your friends you're manifesting, many of them, they think you're crazy, They're like, what are you saying, I'm like, no, I'm manifesting it. And they don't believe me. But let's face it, post-COVID, a lot of so-called practical people started going the spiritual way and started understanding these things.
Yeah.
So without really going into that phase, I want to know, why can't we stick to that manifestation thought, Master? I find it challenging.
Well, it's because we are a product of nature and nurture. Nature is how we are originally, and nurture is our surrounding, is our they say network is your net worth. They say tribe is your vibe. So we get influenced by the people around us. It's the same. It doesn't matter at what level you're at. Your energies, your willpower can be stronger, but if the outside circumstances is going against you, it's going to always be tough. So I think the thing is, when people go into law of attraction or manifestation, it's about staying congruent with it. If you are certain it works and you trust it works and you do the practice every single day, no matter what people say, then slowly, those friends who don't get it may not be your everyday peer group anymore.
It'll
And then,
change.
and then slowly you will attract the vibe that you're at, So I think that it takes a bit of time. There's a phase of cleansing and clearing, and then the new beginning. Yeah, there's a saying that says, elevation requires separation. And I think that's very true on so many levels.
Like even the Bhagavad Gita says that, you should spend time on your own. There is a time when you leave your parents and you started off very young, 16, and then you became a very successful businessman. The yogi with a Lamborghini.
That's right.
And how did that transition happen now? Today you are in a spiritual world. How have you become different as a person? Do you relate to the old person that you used to be?
I think when you just mentioned Bhagavad Gita just now, there's one line in the Bhagavad Gita that talks about detachment. And I love that line because it says that detachment is not about not owning materials. It's about not allowing materials to own you. So if you ask about the transition, I would say in my early days of business, it's more to do with, okay, I need materials to make me happy. And you don't know, but materials start controlling you. And when you lose things, you get upset and it affects your state and everything. So many people chasing one goal after another, expecting that happiness is on the other side, But I think that over time, you get the realization when you achieve so much and you get everything that everybody dreams of, then you still have the emptiness. Then you will start questioning, that big question, why are we here? Why do we do what we do? What is my purpose? And then you start realizing it's not about that. Happiness is found from within. A peace of mind can be found from within. And when we are able to change our inner world, our outer world will also reflect on that,
Wow, that is so profound. In fact, I don't feel like talking. I just feel like listening to you. Master, like you spoke about hustle, right? We're living in a day and age, let's face it, everybody's going after things. One podcast after the other, more likes on Instagram. How do we do simple practices which can make us more mindful and more spiritual in our day-to-day lives? And how important is it, like you said, that at the end of the day, more likes or having the best podcast in the world doesn't really give you happiness. It gives you a high, and then you're looking for something more and something more. So are there any simple practices? On your YouTube, you have such a huge fan following and you're inspiring so many people worldwide. Congratulations in such a short span, So give us a few tips.
The foundation of it will be breath work, because breath is life. So breath gives us life. Breath gets rid of stress, gets rid of anxiety, gets rid of disappointment. If we have any negative vibrations or energy or emotions at any time, by just simply taking a slow inhale and a gentle exhale, we will always feel better. Our state will change. So the foundation will always start with breath. Breath, what that does is it clears the mind and it brings your center of attention here, your presence of mind. So then the second is to understand living in every now, living in the now. When you say chasing one goal after another, we're future thinking, or we are ashamed or upset about the past. So living in the now, one moment at a time, and learning to enjoy the journey, I think is a big thing. Another practice is learning about perspective. Everything is perspective. some people, they can come out in this Dubai heat and then they'll be, oh, I can't stand this.
Yeah.
It's too much. And some people can just be enjoying in the same heat right next to them.
True.
So what is that? That's just perspective, you know? And whatever perspective you can shift your mind to focus on, your reality will become that. And so I think these are the foundation practices that everybody can do.
So breath work, living in the now, and perception,
Yeah,
perspective.
that's right.
Wow, these are such amazing tips. Ladies and gentlemen, follow those. Okay, Master, I want to talk about your growing up period. Was there since this is a food podcast, we have to talk about food. And I know I have, whenever I've been to IMverse, you talk about eating right, but I'm a foodie. So I have to grill you on that. While growing up, is there a certain memory that you have of your mom making your favorite food item?
Of course.
What was that food item?
Well, mom's cooking is always the best. So
Yeah?
You have all home Chinese cooking.
Yeah, do you remember anything in particular? Like, they used to love eating after school or something like that. It brings in a lot of nostalgia.
Yeah, every day,
Every day.
so many dishes. And it's always different home cooking. It's outside is all different, you know. So,
Do you prefer home food?
of course, yeah, of course. But then that also made me, when I was younger, a little bit more on the cute side, you know. So,
Which is allowed, Master. What does food mean to you?
food,
We live to eat.
yeah.
But I think your funda is just the other way around.
I mean, food makes everybody happy. No? Food brings people together.
Yeah,
Food,
like on the
food
table.
unites people. So
Absolutely.
So it's good to connect with people through food. Yes.
Yeah. So can I grill you on some Indian food?
Oh, of course, yes.
Okay, here we go. Name any Indian food item that you've tasted.
That I've tasted.
Yeah.
Oh, too many.
Or your favorite.
Gulab jamun.
Oh my God.
Rasmalai. Palak paneer.
Oh.
Yeah, pani puri we said.
Oh,
before. Yeah, I like all
lovely.
these, yeah.
Okay, any Desi words that you're familiar with? Any Indian words?
Uh,
Come on, Master. No?
Jaldi jaldi. ठीक है. Hanji.
Oh my God, you knew quite a few. You know, there's a perception of Indians saying jaldi jaldi, nodding their head like that, isn't it? Okay, a day of meditation or a day of playing football? I know you love playing football after
you
your
can't do that to
meditation.
me. Football.
Football. Okay, home food or fancy restaurant food?
Home food.
Today you have to have a fancy restaurant food. Who cooks for you, Master? We want to know.
I think it's actually now, I love cooking.
What
I
are
used to
you
be-
saying?
I used to be a chef, so I love cooking.
How did I miss this?
Yeah,
Really?
It's my thing. I'm the best chef.
When are you inviting us?
Yeah,
Hello,
we have
everybody is
to.
invited. You were a chef.
Yeah,
So you're very familiar with spices and
Very good. Yeah, I can cook.
and
most
what's like your best meal that you cook?
everything I cook is best.
No, Master, tell us.
I'm very good and I'm very creative actually when it comes to food. I've thought about starting a food channel before, teaching cooking. I love it. I enjoy it. To me, it's therapeutic. Yeah.
I am so glad, and this is such a magical moment for me when you said I used to be a chef. I'm like, yay!
You know, it's everything you do. They say how you do anything, how you do everything. When I used to be a chef, because I was doing it for maybe about 5-6 years. When I used to be a chef, it used to be very busy restaurants, and you see all chefs getting annoyed and frustrated and everything.
Yes, because chefs are supposed
It's
to be
a lot of
short-tempered,
pressure.
right? It's a lot of pressure.
But under all of that pressure, I used to be in my therapeutic state. So I know I was moving very fast, and at the same time, I would enjoy it. I just feel like that love and that energy you're putting in the food is very important. And the worst thing is, I remember this one time I was putting all this effort in making everything taste amazing. And then there was this guy came to one of the restaurants, and then I was outside, and then he said, "Oh, thank you for this food." He got a bottle of soy sauce.
Oh Lord!
And he says, "Oh," and I looked at it. I thought, "Oh, you just killed that thing."
Oh, soya sauce.
I think they think it's like fish and chips put in salt and vinegar or something, you know. But I'm like, I just made that taste so good, and now you just.
What was that dish that you made?
It was a satay chicken.
Oh my God! Do you still cook, Master? Do you get the time to cook?
When I find time, maybe once a month, maybe still.
You do, and that's sort of therapeutic and relaxing for you.
I love it.
Love, amazing, amazing. Do you do normal things like us humans?
Normal things.
Normal things like, do you go for a movie, have caramel popcorn?
Yes.
Do you like watching movies?
Yes, I do. But I think, look, the difference is more the protocol that we take. It's instructions from my master Aksha, in terms of how to protect energies. So, do we watch movies? Yes, we do. Can we go out to eat? Yes, we do. But you will never really see us in busy places, busy environments. So, if anything, we would book something private, or we would, then we'll experience it in a different way. Yeah.
I'm so glad today you came to the restaurant. I know there are a lot of people, but we at the House of Tresind are super excited to now feed you. Are you ready to eat?
Yes.
Bring on the food. It's a little something, but I don't know if you can use it, but your team members will use it.
Now you're making me nervous with all
No,
of
no,
this.
no, not nervous. It's a very small little thing. It's actually, you know what achar is? Let me see if you can guess what an achar is. Can anybody in the team guess what an achar is? But Master doesn't have garlic and onions, right? So we actually make this for our guests.
Oh, wow.
This is like fermented achar, like what kimchi is.
Yes.
So, but it has onion and garlic, Master.
wow.
So that's lemon, that's mango, and there's another one, jackfruit.
Oh, wow. Thank you.
And this is specially prepared by the chef. This is his grandmother's recipe.
Oh, wow.
So we at the House of Tresind are giving you this, Master. I don't know how is Master going to eat this now? The team members better eat this, okay? You can eat this with rice and chapati. You're familiar.
They will love it. They love it.
Love it. Master, that's rice.
Oh, wow.
Are you a rice eater?
I eat a lot less rice now.
Yeah.
So originally we do. Our family eat a lot of rice. But yeah, the onion is it's too powerful. So it will dampen it'll take over your senses, your sensories. So if it takes over your sensories, then your sense and your consciousness for intuitive powers, those will be dampened. So that's why.
My God, and I have onions all the time.
That's why. I mean, for anybody, it's okay. You eat onion, garlic is good, but because of our line of work, we are needing to give guidance to thousands of people all the time. Then we cannot make wrong intuitive readings or anything like that. So it is quite strict for that reason. Yeah.
Okay. And this, of course, I'm sure you're familiar with paratha, roti.
Very good.
That's spinach, and that's the yellow lentil, and chickpeas and rice. Do you like this? I'm going to use my hands.
The food tastes so good.
That's your dessert. Master, this has been one of the most beautiful experiences in this year, 2023. In fact, this is one episode which I am going to remember forever because it's just so wonderful to be in your company and to be able to eat and express and learn so much from you, Master. Keep inspiring people like me and so many out there who need your energy, who need your guidance always, Master. Thank you so much, Master.
Thank you, Bab. Thank you for doing what you do, putting out so much positivity to the world.
Oh, that means a lot, Master.
Thank you.
So guys, we're going to be back next week with, of course, more food and a new guest altogether. Don't forget to subscribe, follow us on Instagram, and keep eating, keep spreading love and positivity.